are looking to travel in Europe, then this is a sign to visit Budapest. I will show you how to have the best time without gatekeeping my experiences. So come with me and steal my travel tips before you visit Budapest. As this was a road trip, I left Munich early in the morning and the drive was about 6 to 7 hours. Not bad at all, but long enough to make you question your life choices when hunger kicks in. The drive itself was pretty smooth. We crossed Austria, then into Hungary, and the views were absolutely insane. So, a quick tip number one when you are on a road trip to Budapest. The first one is related to the highway tolls. So, you need a toll sticker for Austria and Hungary. Get it online, or you can also get it at gas stations. The second tip is that cash is king in Europe, so carry some cash. While card payments are common, some toll booths and local stores still prefer cash, so you can get your currency exchanged. If you want some further information, please check out the description for currency exchange. The third travel tip is to check the speed limits. So each country has different speed limits and Hungary has strict speeding fines. You do not want surprise emails about the fines. The fourth one is to fuel up before entering Hungary. So gas is often cheaper in Austria or Germany compared to Hungary. After a few gas stops, some road trip snacks, and way too much coffee, we finally made it to Budapest. What was the first impression? Is that you're asking? Of course, Budapest is absolutely stunning. Like I knew it was beautiful, but seeing it in person is a whole different thing. And here's something cool. Budapest wasn't always one big city. It was actually three separate cities, Budapest and Obuda, until they merged in 1873 with the Danube River running through the middle. So our Airbnb was located at a pretty peaceful area and the drive to our stay took us through some really charming streets, and right near our Airbnb there was a small park which was great because it made the whole area feel more open and relaxing, perfect after a long drive. The streets were quiet but not deserted, and there were some cute cafes and small stores around our Airbnb as well. Now it felt like a nice local neighborhood away from super tourist areas but still well connected to the main attractions. After parking a car, we finally arrived at our Airbnb, which cost us around approximately 150 to 200 euro per night for 4 people. And for that price, we got an entire apartment to ourselves, which was honestly a great deal considering Budapest. It can get pricey, especially during the peak season. The place had a very cozy vibe, and I was so excited to check out inside. So, come on, let's go in. All right, guys. So, let's go into the Airbnb, and as we are stepping into this place, had a really rustic old European vibe. The entrance had this huge brown wooden door that felt like it belonged in a historic mansion. Inside there were multiple apartments, all part of an older building that still retained its beautiful architecture. Now you could tell it had been standing for years, but in a charming, well-preserved way. It really gave off that authentic Budapest residential feel. So the first thing I noticed was a grilled door before the main entrance, probably for an extra security, which is common in old European buildings. So as we walked in, the first thing we saw was the kitchen. Small but super functional, with a mini fridge and a microwave neatly tucked into a little space next to it. Perfect for quick snacks or heating up leftovers. Next, we stepped into the hall, which had a washroom nearby, and wow, this space had so much character. The yellow walls gave it warm, inviting feel, and the high ceiling made the room feel way bigger than it actually was. There were two elegant chairs to sit and relax, and the whole space had this classy yet minimalistic look. Then we moved into the bedroom, which was spacious and well furnished. So it had two chairs, a big cupboard, a second washroom, a TV, and even bunk beds. Now let's check out the upper bed. Yup, it was comfortable and super clean. If you're traveling in a group, this setup is perfect because you have multiple sleeping options. Now, overall, I really liked how this Airbnb balanced that classic historic Budapest feel with modern comforts, and it was the perfect base for a short stay. While I'm showing you how the upper bunk bed looks like, super comfy by the way, let me reveal my next travel hack for Budapest. Some buildings have no elevators in Budapest, and if your apartment, hotel, or Airbnb is on the fourth or fifth floor, carrying luggage can be a real struggle. So, my pro tip is to look for reviews that mention the entrance, the neighborhood safety, and the accessibility. My next tip is that if you want to stay close to the main attractions, pick places in districts 5, 6, or 7. After a quick nap, we freshened up and decided to head out for a mini city tour. And what was the first stop? It was St. Stephen's Square. Yes. So, St. Stephen's Square is one of the most famous and lively spots in Budapest. And the main attraction here is the St. Stephen's Basilica. It is one of the largest and most beautiful churches in Hungary. The square itself is a great place to just sit, relax, and take in the atmosphere. There are always street performers, cafes, and people just enjoying the view. So, if you have time, you can actually climb up the dome of the basilica for a panoramic view. And right after exploring the square, we spotted a subway nearby and thought, why not? Sometimes, after a long day of walking, you just need something quick and familiar, right? So, Budapest has a lot of amazing Hungarian food, but if you're in the mood for something simple and filling, places like Subway, Burger King, or McDonald's are actually great options. So, we quickly grabbed a bite, refueled, and got ready for our next destination, which was honestly the highlight of the night. But before that, there is one thing you cannot miss in Budapest. It is seeing the city at night. The whole place transforms, the lights reflecting on the Danube River, the bridges glowing, and the famous landmarks completely lit up. So it feels straight out of a fairy tale. And you know what? One of the best ways to experience this is by the river, where you get to see the sites like the Hungarian Parliament, Buda Castle, and the Chain Bridge, all beautifully illuminated. And the best way to enjoy this view? A Danube River cruise. Danube River cruise is a must do in Budapest. The ticket price starts from approximately 10 to 20 euro per person, depending on it's a luxury diner cruises, which cost more. Now, duration is approximately 1 hour, and the dinner cruises are usually about 2 to 3 hours. A quick tip about avoiding taxi scams in Budapest is to never take taxis waiting near tourist spots, train stations, or the airport, and always use official taxi companies. Budapest is literally known as the city of spas because it sits on an over of 100 natural hot springs, and these spas are not just for relaxation, they're also packed with minerals that are great for your skin and health. After hearing so much about it, we had to check out Sparty. So, if you don't know, Sparty is a great thermal bath party held at Sejenie Baths on Saturday nights. And imagine a place inside a hot thermal pool with live DJs, laser lights, and it's a completely unique experience. The ticket price starts from approximately 50 to 70 euro, but VIP tickets can go up to 100 plus euro. And the location is Sejenie Thermal Bath. The timings are approximately 9:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. only on Saturdays, and there is an age limit of 18 plus, and you definitely need to show an ID. It was honestly so much fun, but also super crowded. So if you're planning to go, here are some important tips. So, the first tip for visiting Budapest's thermal bath is that bring your own towel and flip flops. Yes, you do get a renting option as well, but renting inside is quite expensive. The second is that lockers are available, so use them to store your stuff safely. And the next is to wear a proper swimsuit. No regular clothes are allowed inside the pools. And also arrive early for Sparty. It gets super crowded and the best spots get taken fast. One thing that makes parties so unique is that it's not just a pool party, it's a full blown music and performance experience. The moment you step in, you feel like you have entered a different world. There is steaming thermal water, neon lights bouncing off the mist, and an insane energy all around. I mean, the music at this party is next level. They bring in some of the best local and international DJs playing a mix of house, EDM, techno, and chart toppers to keep the crowd hyped. The sound system is insane, guys. You can feel the bass vibrating through the water as people dance and splash around. But what really makes Party unforgettable is the crazy live performances. All around the pools, they have fire dancers, LED performers, acrobats, and stilt walkers putting on mesmerizing show. Here are some amazing clips that are absolutely stunning and electrifying performances for you guys. So sit back and enjoy. It was such a great mix of party energy and relaxation, and honestly, I would recommend it to anyone visiting Budapest. With that, we finally called it a night and got some much needed rest for the next day. So the next morning we checked out of our Airbnb and went looking for a nice breakfast spot, and after a little searching we found this cozy place called Eat Mama Cafe. It had such a chill vibe, great ambience and even a live band playing. I had a coffee and a hot chocolate and it was exactly what I needed to wake up. One thing I really liked about this place is that they had vegan options too, which is a big plus. Finding restaurants or cafes that serves both vegan and non-veg options in Budapest was a bit challenging for us in the area that we were, and a lot of restaurants either had plain vegan food or only meat-heavy dishes. So after some researching, we finally found Hummus Bar for our lunch, and wow, it was worth it. We ordered gyros with French fries, and the food was absolutely delicious. It was filling and super affordable as well. So if you are in Budapest and looking for a place that caters to both dietary preferences, definitely check this place out. And to wrap up our trip, we made a quick stop at one of the Budapest mall for a last minute shopping. There are a bunch of great malls in the city and you can find everything from local brands to international stores. It was the perfect way to end our short trip but memorable trip. And just like that, our 24 hours of adventure in Budapest came to an end. This city truly has so much to offer, including the history, nightlife, amazing food and stunning views. If you are planning a trip, I would highly recommend adding Budapest to your list. That's it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more travel adventures. See you in the next one.